Hello divas, dudes, and dolls, I'm Caricature, and welcome back to my quaint, conspiracy-riddled car crash of a review show, Very Slay, where we go over each and every main stage runway look on RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 6. This week, our top 7 celebrated British pop icons in the Rusical Challenge, and on the runway, the theme was Night of 1,000 Princess Dianas. I love a tribute runway like this. Let's get this show on the road. If I thought that the look got the job done but wasn't anything super impressive, we give it an okay. If I absolutely adored it, we give it a slay, and if I didn't like it for really any reason at all, we give it an A. That's all in efforts to find my weekly slay of the day, my favorite look out of the entire episode. Whichever look takes that top spot today will go head to head against our current slay of the season, which is Marmalade's Call Me Mother Nature look. Now, whichever look holds that top spot in a few weeks once we have crowned a new British drag superstar, I'm gonna be illustrating that look. Sneak peeks and exclusive behind the scenes content for said artwork and early access to the finished piece and anything else that comes along the way can be found over on my Patreon starting at the $3 tier level. There will also be a bonus video coming after the season wraps to my Patreon, going over the looks from the eliminated girls that we didn't get to see on the runway and picking an additional bonus slay of the day. Now that video is a patron exclusive for my good Judes and Judies, so if you want to get in on that action, be sure to sign up at the link in the description below. As always, you can like, comment, subscribe, all those lovely little things if you want even more Drag Race fashion coverage in your subscription feeds, and it would all be greatly appreciated. Without further delay though, let's switch over and start talking about all of these lovely princess dyes. Alrighty, first up on the runway this week, we have Lil, and she did what I wish Katya would have been able to do during the All Stars 2 musical for the Herstory of the World Challenge. This wedding dress is so much better than that one was. This is much more faithful to the actual princess dye dress in terms of the sleeves, the really long veil, I loved that that was part of it too, and I adored the fact there was the reveal into a take on the revenge dress that made sense with Lil's aesthetic and really got to show off the punkier side of her drag, letting her show off her tattoos. It was just wonderful. Like, the whole thing worked super well. I was a big fan of it. I think this is 1,000% a slay. Probably one of her best looks in the competition so far, in all honesty. Then up next we have Relisa. I really like this silhouette on her. I think it's the most covered we've definitely seen her up to this point. I think the silhouette though is really sweet. It's really darling. I think the color actually looks really nice on her, even though it's a color I don't particularly care for that much. I think the print looks good. The only thing is that I think maybe it's a little too voluminous through the top, or it's a little too long in the skirt. Really one of the two. I think it had you either kind of nipped it in just a little bit more through the top or shortened it just a smidge, it would have landed even better. But the whole look overall I really enjoyed, so I'm gonna give this a slay. Then up next we have Octavia. Oh diva, this is not great. This hair, it's giving me Spirit Halloween wig, or also like women's wigs magazines, you know, like for like old women. So I wasn't a fan of that. It just didn't look like Lady Di hair. And then on top of that, this dress is not flattering. I think it's a little too long. I just think that the dress itself is a little too long. The proportion of it really shortens her, and I think overall it's a miss. I'm gonna give this look a nay. I just did not think it was up to snuff with the Drag Race runway. Up next, we have Kyron Thrax, and I thought the idea of this with the big red puffer coat caught by the paparazzi, fun idea. The revenge dress underneath it, I figured someone else would do a reveal into a revenge dress. It's too iconic of a look to not do it. I prefer Lil's take on it though. I think the puffer coat silhouette just really isn't anything amazing. I think the silhouette of the dress looks really nice on her, but again, I think when you've got the two next to each other, one is going to stand out more, and I think what Lil did with the extrapolation on the idea of the revenge dress is more interesting. I'm going to be giving Kyron an okay today. Then we have my runway diva, Miss Marmalade, and I loved that she had the blue under eyeliner. It was such a thing of the 80s, but it works so well for this look. And also, she has princess dye hair, but it's draggy and exaggerated. This whole look, amazing tailoring. Like, this fits her like a glove. I know she obviously made it, but Jesus Christ, does this woman know how to sew. The whole styling of it all. Normally this length on the skirt would be a bit long for me, but I think that it works here just because of the scale of the overall dress and because of how high up the waist is placed, so I don't mind it here. Overall, she looks incredibly classy, like a lady off to high tea, and I'm obsessed. It's a slay. Then next up we have Chara, and I think this is, in terms of the costume and the dress alone, this is the most gorgeous thing that this queen has worn all season long. I love how elegant she looks in this dress. The color's gorgeous. The blue treatment is stunning. The ruffle, the gloves. Oh, I'm a glove girl, and these gloves are to die for. Absolutely love it. What I don't like is the hair. It just does not work. It's obviously more Margaret Thatcher. You remove the wig, everything else is phenomenal, so I'm gonna give her a soft slay. And then finally we have La Voix. I have to say, on a fashion level, being log flume Diana out with the kids getting soaked in like a rain frock, and then this like sporty look underneath with trainers and a little sweatshirt and bike shorts is so fucking funny. From a fashion perspective, not amazing. In fact, it's quite awful. But the concept of this is so fucking silly that I don't care. And it's like, it's a very high camp concept executed at a high level because she just went full commitment on it. Having the water thrown in her face, having the makeup be all runny, having the hair be a mess from the water, genius level, and it really made her stand out. She didn't go for glamorous or elegant or tragic event, Princess Diana. She went for the family woman, the mom. I'm gonna give her a slay because I think it's very, very silly. Alrighty, it is time to now pick my slay of the day, my favorite look of the week. It wouldn't be a surprise who I would be picking because I would be picking Marmalade because I love this look. And I think in terms of the fashion, hers is the best one. But because this is a Princess Diana tribute runway, the two most iconic looks that she has ever worn are the revenge dress and her wedding dress. So I'm giving it to Lil. Her look executed both of those two looks simultaneously at a very, very high caliber. I think it was incredibly successful. But let's see how this fares out for Liv when we put this head to head up against our current slay of the season. I love both of these looks. I think they're both incredible. But still, I think this butterfly runway moment from Marmalade is going to be way more fun to draw and I can do more with it aesthetically. So Marmalade is going to hold on to that top spot, at least for one more week. And we only have a few episodes left before we crown a new superstar. We only have, I think, 3. Next week is the makeover week, so I don't have high hopes in the fashion department, but you never know. Marmalade could turn it out once again. They've been setting up this storyline of her getting edged for the win multiple times, so I feel like next time is gonna be her moment. We'll just have to see. But until the next time, be sure to go out there, y'all. Stay kind, stay queer, and make sure that your day is very slay.